Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be doing some pulls for Iroha's LD and EX weapon, and very probably Eald'narche's burst as well, because I am on a burst collecting spree. I might as well get it, even though if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't really want it. I never played Final Fantasy XI. In fact, I never played any of the Final Fantasy MMOs until very recently. I have played a small amount of 14, and my first impressions are so overwhelmingly positive that I am kicking myself and asking why I didn't play it sooner. I really don't think I'm going to have the time to put into it that I would like to. Because I've got to balance other commitments as well, both work-wise and personal-wise, but it seems to be a really good quality game. So if 11 was anywhere near as good as that, and apparently I'm still doing like the worst content, because like apparently the early levels suck, and it is quite slow mechanically, and it's very easy. Like there's no real challenge at the moment because I'm just in the noob levels, but well, I'm enjoying it, and it's pretty good. So if 11 was like that to some people, I can appreciate that. Traditionally, I've never done very well with MMOs, but I've been playing WoW Classic with a good friend of mine, and we've been doing some PvP. We've been doing like raids and such, and it's actually pretty fun. I understand now why people like them. I don't think I'll ever be one of the people that get memed on and end up friggin' playing it during work and falling asleep at the desk and shit like that. But I'm never going to be that much of a hardcore addict. But I definitely appreciate the game type. But that is that, and this is this. We are here for Iroha stuff. I've been wanting to pull her in Opera Omnia because, well, one, she pairs incredibly well with Ashe, because of course Ashe has her LD ability that instant charges everyone's EX, and Iroha has 2 EXs for the price of 1. Like every time her gauge charges, you can use it twice, which is pretty awesome. And her additional ability charges her EX gauge, and if you use free skills on that, then you can get some charge out of it. So that's pretty nice as well. You can turn her into a kind of like a bit of an EX spamming cannon. She's kind of like I think she's a hybrid support as well, damage dealer support. She has like healing and battery, and her unique gimmick is that she, how would I put this? She allows everyone to retain a percentage of their bravery when they dump it in a HP attack. So let's say you do a HP attack for 120k bravery, and you retain like 20% of that. So you'll have like 24k bravery before you do your next set of bravery hits. So for characters like Tifa, for example, she's actually pretty good. And basically characters with a lot of HP dumps in their kit. I mean, Tifa's one of the big ones at the moment, but I'm sure Kuja appreciates having her around. I can't think of too many, Garland, Squall maybe, but definitely Garland. I can't think of many others, to be honest. But basically, anyone with multi-stage HP attacks really likes having her around. And I think she's going to be pretty fun to use, and her animations look gorgeous as far as this game goes. So I am definitely going to be getting her stuff. So let's take the free single pull, which is, in free pull tradition, going to be absolutely worthless. And we might as well get the free multi out of the way, so that I can move on to my gem pulls and get my gem stash rinsed, because that's generally the way this goes. Although I can't complain too much, because when I did a pull for Ashe LD off camera, I did actually get her LD for free, which is awesome. But yeah, let's see how these go. So I know I haven't uploaded too many videos of this recently. If I am being perfectly honest, I am getting a little bit burnt out on the game. Because I saw the loading in the corner there. This is definitely going to have something new in it. I've been playing it for how long is it now? 2 years? 3 years? Something ridiculous like that. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been really enjoyable. It's an incredible love letter to the Final Fantasy series. It's a lot of fan service. It's kind of enjoyable gameplay by itself. Some of the Lufenia fights were really difficult, and that's going to be the new weapon. It's going to be Iroha's stuff, because I don't fucking have any of it. Of course, it's going to be her 35. It couldn't be anything better than that. But I don't know, we've been stuck in this, that's probably a 15. We've been stuck in this gameplay loop for so long now. It's you get the hardest content, and then you pull for the character that helps you beat the content, because the fight's designed around them. And if you're lucky enough and or have a huge enough stash to pull their stuff, which I do because I saved like a motherfucker all the way throughout the Chaos era because RNA existed, then you build up the characters. You build them up, you do the content, you do the challenge quest, and then you move on to the next thing. Some of the fights in this game were really goddamn challenging, especially if you didn't have like the best sort of setups, if you had to put something together really scuffed-like, or if you're competing for the lowest turn counts possible. You could kind of find ways to make it interesting for yourself. But contrary to what a lot of people say, who are complaining about how difficult the content is, in my opinion, they either 1, don't understand the game mechanics, 2, do not know how to read skill descriptions and boss descriptions, or 3, just have like very short attention spans, which may be a bit of an unfair insult to level at people playing a literal mobile game, but you know, it is what it is. I haven't found most of the stuff in this game very difficult, with a certain few specific exceptions. And even with those exceptions, you can definitely mitigate it by using certain characters. Like, there are a few fights that were absolute hell, like Soul Cage, without using Liliset was hell. The fucking Lena EX Dragon without having Lena was hell. There's definitely a lot of annoying fights. What was it? Kieran's Lost Chapter was just irritating to play. Like the Lost Chapter Lufenia, that was just all kinds of annoying. I really feel bad for people who didn't have Gladio when they played that, because he made the bears so much easier to get through. Like, I went back to it with X-Death and I just fucking memed on it because, I mean, the fight deserved it. So yeah, there's definitely standout stuff like that. I don't think I've really found anything that difficult since LD call abilities became a thing. There are a few fights that have made me replay it over and over because I didn't think of something. Like, there's some bullshit. There has been some bullshit. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but you know. But by and large, like, then on the other hand, you get like some Lufenias that are just complete total shitstomp, and they take like 20 turns, and you basically just prevent the boss from ever moving, and you spam all your burst skills, and it's like it's over before it begins. Which is pretty fun. Don't get me wrong. Optimizing for like stomping a fight as hard as possible can be fun in its own way. But like, okay, so hear me out. Like, every time a new character comes out, you've got to take them through 10 summon boards, and then you've got to take them to crystal level 80, and then you've got to level up the character, which admittedly doesn't take very long, and then you've got to get them artifacts, and you've got to get them bloomstone, and you've got to level up their gear, and you know, there's just all this setup that you have to do, and that is a burst weapon, that is a burst orb, holy fuck. Okay, that's gonna save my gems in before I have to pay the LD, but I'll definitely take that, holy shit. There's another one off the list. That's good for me. But yeah, I don't know. I always said, right, because I have quit other mobile games in the past before when they stopped becoming fun to me, and I've always said that like the game doesn't change anywhere near as much as your interpretation of it and the way you feel when you play it. And I'm starting to get a little bit that way now because I'm moving on to other games. You know, I've been playing WoW, I've been playing FF14, like I'm playing Crowfall a bit with friends. Like I've got Princess Connect on the side, which thankfully doesn't even take as long as this game. I've got work stuff that I'm doing. Like, work is a huge time sink at the moment. So I've just not been feeling as motivated to play this, and it's more like something I've been doing just to keep up with it, you know, like for tradition's sake, rather than something that I legitimately enjoy, I guess. The interest is not there. It may come back in the future. Like, I'm probably still going to keep doing these videos for a while. I'm still going to keep it with content, just in case, you know, I magically start enjoying it again. But there is every possibility that I am going to quit, temporarily, permanently. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like, the Ultimate Weapon stuff in JP looks pretty interesting. But ultimately, it's just more of the same. And, like, sometimes that's enough. Sometimes that's good. If you still enjoy it, then you enjoy it, you know what I mean? You like what you're doing. But if it's not, then it's not. And you shouldn't really force yourself to play something that you don't enjoy. I know there's some people that have quit over Lufenias and Chaoses. And that's not me at all. I enjoy challenging content. I enjoy stuff that makes you think. I still think as far as mobile games go, this one has like the best gameplay out of any of them that I've ever played. Simply because it's like, there's not much RNG in it, despite what people say, in my opinion. Like, yeah, the AI does have some quirks, but for the most part, attacks are telegraphed, fights are designed in a certain way. You can see your turn orders at the bottom, you can select any of your character's skills at any time, you don't have to rely on like fucking RNG card draws or whatever, and you know, you can always use any skill in your kit at any given time, unless you're like afflicted with a status condition that makes you unable to act or something. I do think as far as mobile games go, you know, it is a really good system and I enjoy it, but it's been 3 years, or however long it's been, and I don't know, it's like, Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I really don't need to lock that. I'm going to sell that as soon as I max it out. But we'll see. But for now, that is Iroha's LD. I now have the inenviable task of getting her set up and maxing out all of her stuff, and I'm probably going to take her through the next, like the story Lufenia with is it going to be Tifa and like Bartz or something? Maybe those two, or maybe I'll stick like I want to stick like Sarah in there, or maybe I'll even bring fucking Garland. I don't know. We'll have to figure out. I want to have a burst user in the team, but because Tifa's the main attacker, that means I kind of have to use someone else. So, well, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's going to be me. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, take care, and goodbye.